Putin bad news. In Crimea, Putin's General Armageddon fired and destroyed the Russian missile defense system. According to Kyiv, Ukrainian forces have successfully neutralized a Russian S-400 surface-to-air missile defense system in Russian-occupied Crimea. Drone attacks were exchanged early on Wednesday between Russia and Ukraine. Once again, Ukraine's grain storage facilities were attacked by Russian forces after Kyiv made Moscow its target. The Ukrainian intelligence service, however, claimed later that day that they had destroyed a Russian S-400 missile system. On its official Telegram channel, the agency known by its acronym GUR said that Russia has a limited number of the sophisticated systems and that their loss is a painful blow. There was no immediate response from Moscow. According to the RIA state news agency on Wednesday, Russia appointed a new acting head of its aerospace forces to replace Sergei Surovikin, dubbed General Armageddon, who disappeared following a Wagner mercenary mutiny against the top brass. Former Russian overall war effort commander Surovikin appeared in a video during the June uprising, looking tired and uninsignia-less, pleading with Wagner boss Yevgeny Prigozhin to call off his march on Moscow. Reports of his dismissal suggest that authorities had issues with his behavior. However, the nature of those issues is unclear. A Russian S-400 surface-to-air missile defense system in occupied Crimea was reportedly destroyed by the Ukrainian intelligence agency. If confirmed, this would be yet another humiliating setback for Moscow as Ukrainian forces increasingly target Russian assets in southern and eastern Ukraine, well behind the front line. There was no immediate response from Moscow. The S-400 is one of the best long-range air defense systems on the market, and it can shoot down enemy planes. They can attack multiple targets at once and have a range of 250 miles, 400 kilometers. On Wednesday, the Russian Defense Ministry claimed that a Russian fighter jet had intercepted a Norwegian military plane over the Barents Sea. According to the report, a Russian MiG-29 fighter approached the Norwegian plane as it flew near the Russian border. The plane, a P-8 Poseidon made in the United States, then turned around and headed back. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has heightened tensions with NATO, of which Norway is a member. On Wednesday, Russia claimed it had prevented a recent Ukrainian drone attack on Moscow, but it also reported that 3 people had been killed in a drone strike on a medical facility close to the Ukrainian border. The governor of Russia's Belgorod region, which borders Ukraine and has been under constant attack, reported that a drone had crashed into a sanatorium in a nearby village. He reported that 2 people had been killed instantly and a third was pronounced dead at the scene due to medical complications. Another Ukrainian drone was reportedly shot down without any casualties or damage being reported by the governor of the Kaluga region south of Moscow. On Wednesday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky vowed to end Russian occupation of the Crimean Peninsula and any other territory in Ukraine that Moscow controls. Mr. Zelensky said, "Crimea will be deoccupied like all other parts of Ukraine that are unfortunately still under the occupier." He was speaking at an international conference about Crimea, which he said was attended by more than 60 countries. Russia invaded Ukraine in full force in February of 2022, seizing and annexing Crimea in a move not recognized by the international community.